Welcome back to Fire Emblem Echoes. At last, it's time for Act 4. Act 3 was a doozy. Here's the other half of the continent.
A word, Alm?
Clive, did we receive a reply to our petition?
We got a middle finger.
Unfortunately, no. The Empire's silence is likely its answer. I believe it wise to resign ourselves.
Better go kill him.
Rudolph has no intention of treating for peace. He means to continue his march on Sophian soil.
Damn.
Our men are approaching their limit, and Rigel's climate is far colder than what they knew in Sophia.
It's way too chilly up there, Alm.
We're going to need so many mittens.
All right, Clive. I trust your judgment. Let's get ready to march.
Understood. I'll pass word to the others and prepare them to cross into the Empire.
Alright, it's time to get they asses.
What's leading to? Hey, Alm! I heard the news.
Woo, invasion! Let's go!
Yeah.
Love to do a war.
War.
Hey, careful is my middle name. No, really, I had it legally changed.
I don't think the legal system of Sophia cares about your name, Gray. You're not important enough to even have a last name, let alone a middle name.
You don't have a last name. If you had a middle name, it would be your last name.
I'll forge a new legend in battle. Claire will probably throw herself at me.
Shut up, Gray.
If Tobin comes crying about suddenly wanting to leave, don't get mad, okay?
You're first for the bench, Gray.
That would be
Actually, no, you're not, because you are Myrmidon
I need
line.
Tobin right where
I
he
can't get
is.
rid of that.
Thanks, Gray.
Damn it, Gray. You're not a good person, but you get results.
On you.
You're not a good person, but you're a dread fighter eventually.
Still, I don't see why
Emphasis on dread.
it's so damned cold. I'll take anyone on in a fight, but there's no beating this chill. Is it really that bad? You're not freezing your tenders off? I'm impressed.
Well, you
It's not that it
don't
doesn't
really
feel
have
cold.
sleeves, Gray.
It's more like I know this feeling. Like the air here's familiar.
Like you've been here or something? Weird.
Vacation I never heard about or something? Never mind. Come on, let's go.
Anyway, this is neither here nor there, but I'm pretty good with cold myself, and apparently I was born in, like, record colds. Don't know what that has to do with the game, though. Anyway, let's finally leave the sluice gates.
I can't tell if that was an actual trivia fact about yourself or if you're just mocking the game's storytelling.
That is an actual fact of myself and me mocking the game storytelling.
Cool. I can't believe you're an ice baby.
Alm, we're ready to march. According to our intelligence, Rigel's forces await in the forest ahead.
They think they're very sneaky, however, their butts are sticking out of the bushes.
Barcoot. I guess they're serious about holding the border.
Yeah, no shit, Alm.
Indeed.
Darn, I hope they were just kind of lazy about it.
Right.
Well, I guess there are strategies that don't involve holding the border. There's always the defense in depth strategy, where you just chip away at the army as they march towards you.
You kept me waiting, Alm. I was starting to wonder if you'd actually come.
Barcoot.
That's quite the little army you've assembled.
It's more or less the same as what you saw last time. I think, like, the only addition is, like, Matilda and also an 8-year-old girl.
About to say, I see you batted a 12-year-old. I'm impressed, though.
I mean, she's 12, but she's making, like, the little, cutthroat, hand motion. Pretty threatening.
I mean, she's 12, but she's standing on top of a mountain of corpses that I assume she made?
You must learn your place.
I'm assuming she's the reason those men are now corpses.
Sucks for me, but
I've been at Alm's
nice.
side from the outset, watching all that he has done. He's a brave warrior and a good man worthy of the crown. He's made such clear to me time and again. The right of kings is not decided by blood or station. It lies in what a man believes.
Clive, let me tell you how kings work.
It lies in a man's actions.
That's the end of my plot progression.
You would throw away your pride as a Sophian noble and bow to a commoner?
You want your leader to have principles? What the fuck? That's fucked up, Clive. That's a terrible thing you said.
Do you think when Fernand talks about Clive, he complains about Clive going away on one mission and came back believing in democracy?
Sir, it's been 5 hours. Are we gonna, like, attack them, or what?
What is it, sir? Sorry, I'm ready. Warriors, it's time! Time to defeat Emperor Rudolph and bring this bloody war to an end! Now then, who will defend Sophia? Then charge!
Should we do something? Oh shit!
Oh god!
My vision's terrible. I didn't realize they were coming down.
This is just, my vision is terrible. Holy shit, Sophian soldiers!
I love that takes the end of that hill the best. Everybody else is a little bit but just fucking goes for it.
So you mentioned in an earlier video that the strategy in Fire Emblem is in the gameplay, so the story doesn't focus on it very much. And boy, does this cutscene not have any strategy in it whatsoever.
Just go in. Just get their asses. I think the game looks better all of a sudden. Anyway, so, since, you know, that cutscene had us kind of just charge into the thick of things, all I did was off-screen change starting positions, but we're just gonna get right in there without really considering anything. Where are the enemies? Who knows? We'll kill them as they come.
Yeah, kind of weird they didn't just start you right next to the enemies.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wish some Fire Emblem game would do that. Never really do. You have some distance, which, you know, makes sense from a gameplay's perspective, but still.
Stand back.
Alright, hey, we've got some new conversations.
Allow me.
To talk to my friend Forsyth.
Sir Clive? Forsyth, what's wrong? You look distressed. What happened to your usual vim and vigor?
I'm sorry, sir. I tried to do as you said. And I mean, I tried everything. But I just can't seem to make it work.
What are you talking about?
You know, being loose. You asked me to treat you the same way as I do Python, remember?
But I can't do it. I can't bring myself to smack you.
Python with more respect. And the filthy things that man says. Ended up coming to blows.
A
Lucas
dirty,
had to
dirty
step
boy.
in and pull us apart. How can I ever treat him like you?
We got fucking robbed. We should have been allowed to see the Forsyth Python fight. Because I'm picturing, like, Python just mouthed off, Forsyth punches him, and Python's like, oh shit, I did not expect this to actually come into a fight, I'm gonna die.
Strange, considering how long we fought together, but I still get excited every time.
It's like that one behind-the-scenes photo where Harrison Ford punched one of the other actors, I can't remember which one, on the most recent Blade Runner movie, accidentally punched him for real. And the guy being punched is just making this face of like, I think I've just been punched. And Harrison Ford is just like, going, oh god, I think I just punched him for real. It's a very good photo.
Nonsense, sir. True, losing Sophia Castle was a blow, and we've seen our share of failures. But I've watched you closely. Every time, you picked yourself up, dusted yourself off, and kept going. You are the reason we all still have hope. I want to put you on my pedestal. I want you pedestaled.
Forsyth, I'm sorry, I'm already married.
That gives me the courage to fight without fear. I know All may be our leader now, but you're still the banner we look to. You should remember that, sir.
I shall. Thank you, Forsyth. And forgive me for asking you to change who you are. I realize now that you're already the sort of man the Deliverance needs.
You mean it, sir? Oh, thank you. You honor me.
Well, isn't that nice?
Leave this to
Oh,
me.
and we've also got one more conversation.
Nothing will stop me.
So what do these two have to talk about?
Oh, Lady Matilda.
Ah, Claire. It's been a while since we've spoken like this.
It really has. I was dreadfully worried about you after Desai took you captive. Thanks be to the mother that you're safe and sound.
No, thank you, Claire. It was your relentless fighting that put Desai's machinations to an end.
I know what it's like to be held prisoner. I remember how small my cell was in the southern outpost.
Oh, I wasn't really worried about myself, though.
For fear of what might
They let me keep my horse and my
When I
lance.
imagine what you went through.
When they tried to execute me, I just said no.
You have a
The guards came and said, "Are you ready for your execution?" And I said, "Not really, give me a few more minutes." They didn't know what to
I
do.
was never afraid. I knew in my heart that Clive would come for me.
You truly are strong, Matilda. I hope that I might learn from your courage.
And I from your kindness.
Alright, so that's enough of that. So, I think the initial volley of this chapter is probably is probably the most difficult part, is just surviving the initial guys. The whole army does not charge forward that quickly. We're basically getting this group, and this is going to be the group that gives us trouble. Though we also want to be wary of the mages. In addition, I should also mention that we do have a new map theme at this point, which I'm speeding up. But this is a Song for Bygone Days, which is... I mean, I would have to say it would be an Echoes original, considering what song this is actually shares a leitmotif with. God, I can never not pronounce that word. But yeah, new song for Echoes. It's not bad. The main issue is I feel like and Selka both have very strong, like, starting map themes. And it's kind of hard to top those.
Yeah. You want to start off strong, but you also don't want to, like, punish people for getting further in your game by giving them worse music.
Yeah, thankfully this isn't, like, bad. It's just... With Mila's Divine Protection is just the best song, so, like, you're not gonna improve on that.
And it's not like the new song has any, like, thematic or mood-setting purpose. It's just there so you're not listening to the same song the entire game. But the other song was better, so... Oh well.
It could potentially be kind of thematic. Mood setting, though, that's kind of difficult considering just, like, how all over the place you're going to be for your battles, so... You can't go to this is the end with a song, but you can also have it just be real light, that sort of thing.
God, the night sprites look so weird on the map. They're so chuffy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to upgrade these boys at some point.
Yeah, ours look weird, but also the enemies also look weird. Like, they're a little too chibi. They're a little too cartoonified.
We're going to defeat you, Bakas. Alright, so yeah, like I said, admittedly, this side of the field is having a little bit of difficulty. Unfortunately, Fernand's lance is not super great. Hey, Fernand, your lance sucks ass. It's not doing Matilda any favors. Though to be fair, she hasn't been using it for long, so I don't have a lot of abilities on it.
Yeah, this side really needed a mage, huh?
Yeah, I probably should have split Luthier and Delthea, but for this one, I just went by, you know, relative closeness. This is mostly just Clive's group on the left side. Weird, Alm's group is so much better. All the Ram Village boys and the people who joined because of Alm are a little bit better, huh, Clive?
Yeah, I also usually made deployment choices based on, like, character relationships rather than strategy.
Yeah, if this were a game with, like, proper, God, I've completely forgotten. Supports, God. I forgot, like, the most common word in Fire Emblem. If this was a game with, like, the proper supports just between two people that acted, like they normally do with as good as bonuses, then yeah, I just pair people off. It might not always be the most optimal strategy-wise, depending on the map and the overall number of characters, but, you know, once you're paired up, what am I gonna do? Separate them? No. If I'm playing the GBA games, I got 5 supports to work with. I can't afford to have these characters anywhere else.
one of the reasons I'm slightly better at Advance Wars than Fire Emblem. I don't get caught up on, like, thematic shit. I only have the strategy to worry about.
That's why I'm not good at Advance Wars. I'm just like, this is just a fucking tank. What am I supposed to do with this? Send it to its death, but it has a family. Don't know who the family is. The game won't tell me, but I can't just send it in. I am just, as always, reminded of that one awkward zombie comic. Just the difference between Fire Emblem and Advance Wars.
Yeah!
Every person matters, meanwhile, Andy. All of you are expendable.
I don't know if Advance Wars is ever going to be on your channel, but, like, the tone for all the Advance Wars games is so goddamn weird because, like, nothing is serious except for the parts that are. Like, generally speaking, it's a very goofy game. But sometimes there'll be moments that do matter, and it's like, okay, but why does this one matter?
Well, because it's Olaf's hometown.
That is such a fucked up thing to happen in that game. Like, Advance Wars 2 is already being a bit more serious because, like, the villains are more prominent and Sturm is more of a threat instead of just being a silent snippet like he was in the first game. Also, they redesigned him to look more like Darth Vader for whatever reason. But, like, that moment is so dark, and then, like, Olaf gets no closure for it because he's not really in the third game. Like, the last big moment for Olaf is him just being devastated at his hometown being destroyed. It's just him sadly describing all the things that used to be there.
It's been, like, years since I've seen Advance Wars 2, but I still mostly remember that dialogue. At the very least, I remember the spirit of it.
I can't believe they made me feel bad for Olaf, who is just the biggest bitch of Advance Wars 1. He's not super evil, he just kind of sucks. But, like, he sucks in a way that you think, like, man, I don't want to ever deal with this guy ever again. And then you get to Advance Wars 2, and they figured out how to make him work, and I'm baffled.
You know, I will say, I said the first volley of units is the most difficult, but to be fair, Delphia is almost dead. Though this is also her first fight, so it's not a big surprise. She's almost dead, and I did have her use Aura.
This is heavily based on an older Fire Emblem, so mages are way too powerful.
Matilda also almost died early on in this episode. She was real close. I played risky, but I will often play risky with Matilda because it's Matilda, and I believe in her. Don't know which god of luck favors her, but it's one of them. And it's the one that also works for me.
I didn't even notice Shade earlier. I forgot you had... Why did you send, like, every mage to the right?
Silka's here. They've got a healer.
But they need magic to punch through the armor of the knights.
They made it through just fine.
I normally don't criticize your strategy-making decisions. What happened here?
Success. I think you'll find this was my first attempt at this map. Did it perfectly. I'd also like to mention, while we're closing in at the end, fun fact, I wasn't able to record Act 4 for a few weeks because the perfectly legitimate means of recording, Citra, updated in such a way that fucked up the sky, so that looked bad. The skies were just gray all the time. And then that updated, so, you know, that fixed it eventually. And then after I recorded the beginning of this map, the introduction to the video, stopped for a moment after I saved and had my setup, Citra updated again, and admittedly, there was a small period where I was worrying, is it just gonna fuck up the skybox again? Is that just gonna be bad a second time? But no, in fact, I feel like it actually might look better because of it. I think it actually improved how the game looks.
You should have blamed it on the 3DS eShop closing.
Ah yeah, damn you, Nintendo.
No reasonable way that could have possibly affected your game, but it would have been funny to pretend that was the reason.
Ow.
How can I lose to such rabble?
I mean, you're fighting Faye, so you're lucky you're still alive, my dude. Ah, darn, I lost my ordinary Iron Lance. If only I had my personal lance. I missed that thing.
Only death awaits those who would profane Regel's soil. Consider it a mercy your bones will rest here, in sight of your homeland.
You get a nice spot with our better soil. It's so much better than your stupid Zophian soil.
Oof. Yeah, if Alm is struggling that much against this guy, I'm not looking forward to anybody else trying to fight Berkut.
I mean, it's really not a big deal. The biggest problem is speed, but even then, Alm didn't take a huge hit.
Yeah, but his stats are ridiculous compared to... Oh god, Cliff!
You can just strike him with lightning, it's fine.
Everything seems so much clearer.
Alright, well, this group won't be able to catch up in time. Oh well. I was kinda hoping to, fight Fernand with Clive, but, well, apparently Fernand isn't that horny to fight Clive.
Thank you.
Really hate bleeding. Anyway, Berkut decided to attack Alm for some reason.
You fool!
Talk shit, get crit.
Yeah, you slashed up in my shoulder and this made me slightly tired.
I thought that would be a good idea. I looked over to the side and... yeah, no, that Pegasus Rider girl looks crazy. I think she gave her Pegasus rabies? To make it more fierce? I'm not fucking with that. My coral ring!
I need to retreat, but at least I still have my coral ring. Oh, son of a bitch!
Renee is gonna be so sad I lost that.
That was a fine victory.
Alright, good job on the, wanton slaughter, Matilda and Gray. You did good.
I thought I was gonna say, that was a fun time.
Everybody else feeling good? No, just me?
Damn you.
You're plenty strong, Berkut. No one would deny that. But that's why I must end this here.
I'm going to kill you now.
If it's come to this.
What, you're gonna look at yourself in a mirror? How's that gonna help?
What's happening, Alm?
Why are we getting bad luck? He broke the mirror.
Help me, please!
I'm being devoured by zombies in 3D.
Sprouting from the earth? Is this some kind of magic?
What do you fucking think?
At least not as we know it. Our own magic doesn't seem to have any effect. This is something else entirely.
Oh no, it's super magic.
Lucas! I've got to do something before... Berkut! What have you done?
So this is Duma's power? It's hideous.
Who knew the guy who was making zombies would make different zombies?
Need to know anymore. You'll die here with the rest.
I feel kind of bad, but whatever. At least that solves the problem of you.
Yeah, I know that was supposed to be Berkut having standards, but like, it's entirely his own damn fault.
It's his own fault, and also, he still accepts it anyway. Like, oh, I'm a bit sad about that. Oh well.
Then maybe
I can't tell how much of Berkut sucking is on purpose and how much was supposed to be sympathetic, but he still just sucks.
I think he just sucks.
What? Impossible! Duma's spell is broken?
God damn it!
You were just complaining about how much you didn't like Duma's magic, and now you're mad that it's gone.
Spare me your treacly platitudes. I was meant for greatness. But
Look, you're really not that great. Like, you came in, you gave us an event that didn't happen in Gaiden, sure, but like, I'm gonna level with you. Until I played this again, I completely forgot that happened. That's a very minor event. It's important, but you know, the actual hands sprouting from the earth I forgot about.
Now go, quickly!
I do like it when a character goes on and on about how they're so much better than the rabble and they're meant for greatness and then they just get completely fucking murked. I just wish it would happen more often in real life.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Anybody who complains about, like, oh, if everyone's special, that means no one is, should immediately fall down a flight of stairs. If some people don't matter, I'm assuming you're talking about yourself.
They're gone,
And if you can't accept that ideology might lead to people like you being deemed not important, then fuck you.
Asking for further losses.
Yeah, there's only one good use of that line, and it's from the song 99 from Mob Psycho 100. But you know,
Did you do exactly?
that's not. It's basically just saying the opposite of
I
that.
said a frantic prayer to the charm Celica gave me, and then
The idea is that everybody is special, and therefore everybody is mundane, and that's actually a good thing.
yes, I owe
It's
somebody
good that
a big
everybody
thank you
has
next
little
time we
things that
bump
are good
into
about
her.
themselves.
Yeah,
You know, it's occurred to me I never looked up the
think we all
lyrics
do.
to that song and I couldn't understand.
Damn him! Why?
What did he break?
Can't I beat him?
So, I really like this scene. Ian Sinclair does a very good job of just making Berkut have just the whiniest meltdown.
It's so good.
Destiny's special boy has now lost twice, and he just does not know how to deal with it, but he's real mad about it.
Childhood. All that's ever been asked of me is strength.
This is just such a good fucking breakdown.
Who's the guy in last scenario who has a breakdown like this?
I've been taught
Oh god, I know the character you're talking about, but I don't know his name.
Is it Felgorn?
remain calm in the face of
Maybe.
hands of
I don't remember anybody's fucking name from last scenario, even though it's a really well-written story.
Yeah, same.
and it's still not
It is that same thing, yeah.
But, like, yeah, he should be voiced by Ian Sinclair because he's just screaming at the top of his lungs.
Just very good at petulant breakdowns.
Admittedly, I would have also loved this scene if he was just like, you just hear him smashing whatever, he goes, damn him, and then the scene immediately ends.
I'm going to my room!
What was that voice?
Alright, and that's it for this episode of Fire Emblem Echoes. Next time, we'll see how Celica's doing.